to know enough. Too old to play the part, too cool for showing up. Too dumb to say what's smart, so I'm a substitute waiting for the game to start. But I ain't trying to get played like change your heart. And may I park and find me another ride. I'm letting Florence tell you how I feel inside.
Well, I'm going to try my best to do this off the cuff, even though this is a difficult thing to explain. I wrote down a couple notes, so hopefully this will keep me on track. Let me hit the high points here. From the title of this video, I'm going to try to explain briefly, very briefly, Gödel's incompleteness theorems. I'm not going to tell you who Kurt Gödel is. If you want to know more about it, you can look it up. Basically, the idea is any formal system cannot prove its own consistency within the system. It's a lot there. So a classic, hopefully easy example would be the liar's paradox. Now, what is the liar's paradox? When someone says, this sentence is false. Okay, let's just break that down for a minute. If the sentence is true, then it must be false. If it's false, then it must be true. So therein lies the paradox, the inconsistency within the system, within language. I'm trying to think of maybe a goofy example. So someone, if two fish are in water and they try to explain to the other fish what water is, that wouldn't make any sense. It becomes self-referential. Same thing with language. Like, how do you explain what language is by using language itself? There will always be things within the system that are inconsistent, and any system cannot prove its own existence within the system itself. It has to have a point of reference outside itself. For philosophical determinism, therein lies some problems. When you say, we're all predetermined by the physical laws set in place and blah, 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 and you're acting like that's a true statement. Like, how would you know that? You're acting like you have some sort of autonomy, when in reality, we're all just acting, if that is true, we're all just acting in accordance to our genetic makeups and are governed solely by the physical laws that are set in place before birth. So in a purely deterministic universe, truth statements become, for lack of a better word, problematic. Because when you arrive at a certain conclusion, then it was predetermined that you arrived to that conclusion. When another person comes to a different conclusion, well, they're just predetermined to come to that conclusion because of the physical laws set in place, because of their own genetic makeup and their own predisposition. So yeah, Gödel's incompleteness theorems will always show you that within every system there's an inconsistency. Any system cannot prove its own existence without a point of reference outside it itself. I hope that makes sense. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't. Come back to the next video. Maybe it's been a little bit better. Who knows?